Let's not wait around. Let's close this series out right now.
I think that has to be the mindset. I know it's a tough environment on the road, the fans trying to rally their team. But if they let this series go to Game 6, their job's only going to get tougher.
So much tougher.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
And forget those threes, Cat. Get the easy ones.
Porzingis with a screen on Anunoby. And here's Brown outside, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Boston's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
Tatum good for at least one highlight finish a night. This guy is box office.
Hurt. Traps in the tray.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with Joe Mazzulla, and they're focused on limiting one of the best shooting bigs ever in Karl Anthony Towns. The coach said earlier Towns is a machine on the offensive end and will try to make Cat into a passer, get the ball out of his hand. See if they can accomplish that. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated.
And Brunson recognizes how to execute inside. The D must be more physical with it.
Here's Holiday, and off the front iron, and in it goes. Holiday's got his second bucket of the night.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And it is dangerous to let him get it going this way.
Brown the pass to Tatum, back to Brown. Outside, Porzingis. Nice ball movement by Boston. White against Bridges. Just 5 on the clock. That one drops for him.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. So New York ends up going with the new group. For New York, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Robinson misses. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Celtics. Leading by 5. White, bounce pass. Here's Brown. Robinson pulls it in. New York's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Ball's not loose. It's stolen by White. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And taking the bucket on the assist by Brown.
I like the unselfish approach from Brown there, willing to give it up to his open teammates.
And Coach Derek White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs and Coach Greg Popovich, who did a lot to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin, White was a late first-round pick. He's a humble guy, very hardworking. I don't even think he realized he could be this good.
And here's Boston. They're on a 16-7 run. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Brown. A 3 from Tatum. It's hauled in by Achua.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Robinson. And the basket is
Knicks can't do
Well, the did everything they could there, but his skills as a finisher.
Wow.
But shoot their first free throw of the night here. Al Horford is checked
Fake
in
is
for the
the
Celtics.
city. You probably got them words sit
Celtics
on
leading by
the
6.
no, joking to them with them.
On the wing, Brown. Knicks with the rebound.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
McBride passes to Achua. Here's Robinson. Pass to Payne. Here's McBride. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Horford's shot is good.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Which is all me to
Holiday,
die.
nowhere around him. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Holiday's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Al Horford. Here's Robinson. The kick out to right. 16 feet away. Porzingis with the rebound. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Celtics?
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
Here's Achua. Good on the shot.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to
Oh,
have a
yeah,
lot of
that was
confidence
a good
to take that
one.
shot.
I hate to say.
Yeah, a skilled player can work around the mismatch. He's used to dealing with larger guys.
Knicks
Yeah,
trail by 11.
who knows that I was going to stick the suit team.
Sanobi, and out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Boston's gone 4-6 from long range here early on. Holiday gets the bucket.
We're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean,
This
this
is great
exactly
tempo, great
how you want to
release,
start a game,
excellent
with a
execution.
big offensive push. Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Here's Boston now. They're on a 17-7 run. Here's Brown. It's rebounded by New York. 23 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Bridges. That one's in, his first shot this game.
One tough customer. Bridges fighting for the basket in close.
Right against Holiday. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Mitchell Robinson.
Really on the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And he can't hit the second.
And at 7-3, Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities.
And so it's the Boston Celtics going into the break with a 10-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So glad to have you with us here as we bring you more action from courtside at Game 5. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
Celtics leading by 8. And now we've got some time to check in.
That's definitely interesting.
You got for us, D.A.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Drew Holiday said, you can play small and big. You have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, D.A., for sure. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Oh, you have to repeat.
Boston's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Knicks trail by 5. Pass to McBride. Poked loose and stolen by Tatum. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it.
Bridges shot. Good.
No hesitation from Bridges. He gets the ball and is primed to take that shot.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Both teams will make substitutions. Great job by Tatum in close.
And there's the frame being put to use by Tatum. He knows he's dangerous down low.
Here's Brunson. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. The 3 from Tatum. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Knicks trail by 5. Hart kicks to Brunson. Back to Hart. Here's the 3. Goes back up. Here's Anunoby. Drops in the layup for 2.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Porzingis. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. And the Celtics lead by 5.
A knockdown shooter, really from anywhere on the floor. Porzingis knows he has a green light to fire from there.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
Anthony Towns taking 2 shots.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original person.
The previous play is under
A lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review.
You hit the ball.
the ruling on the floor stands.
Speed at which these players are moving, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands. It was made on the floor.
And even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The free throw drops for Towns.
The size, talent, and fearlessness of Towns is a lethal concoction, a prime-time player who poses many problems for the defense.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Here comes Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
Using the bounce, Tatum just explodes to the hoop so quick.
Here's Brunson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
White dishes to Holiday.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Hart the pass to Brunson. Back to Hart. Brunson scanning the floor. No one covered. Now just a 1-point Boston lead. The Celtics have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. There's Brown with the 3. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Well, this is what Brown was looking for.
We just
tuck it in,
needed the
and
ball,
keep
and
for
then
line.
instantly
It
his
works
shot was up.
sometimes.
Pass to Brunson. Here's Hart. Lets the 3 fly. Hands it from downtown. Hart's got 6.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
It's just like the dog doesn't get cheated on his dog.
They've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Towns wide open.
That guy definitely cheated on his dog outside. Hold on a lot.
Gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. A three from Tatum.
Well, you know Jason Tatum can score, and that's exactly what he's done thus far.
Brown finds Porzingis. Back to Brown. Takes the three. Knicks with the rebound. 1:36 left in the first half of basketball. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown. It's a great finish! Oh, my.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Boston's gone 6 of 14 with the three ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Here's Tatum. Emphatic finish by
Almost
Tatum.
missed that though.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Here's Brunson. The kick out to Towns. This one for three. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Celtics leading by 4. Here's Holiday, and it's slammed in by Holiday.
And how about the burst there of speed from Holiday on the drive, zipping in before the knee can rotate.
Brunson being aggressive.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. White, good.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game.
Oh, say that's what they
Wasted no time on that one. Hart's got 6 here in this quarter.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity. Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Towns with the drive.
I think maybe the tempo was in the point.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Tatum kicks to Holiday.
I just want to see how it was going at it and finals.
Tatum
Really not great.
Here's Hart. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
And the defense just
The
gave
same.
him that shot.
Honestly.
He wasn't able to convert.
Okay, so if he has joined us, Reem, no wonder why the Knicks joined us.
He has been the story so far for Boston. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
We talked about it in the past. They have a deep rotation that allows them to play matchups. So why aren't they ahead in this game? And I'll tell you.
Looking at how the Celtics are doing in this series. And that about wraps it.
It's gonna go play there where it will be raining. And we could play inside.
And we're back for more exciting action from the Eastern Conference semifinal. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
Well, as a defense, you can't allow him that much room in the post. That's just asking for trouble.
Porzingis, it's a 2. Pass to Holiday. Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. Tatum no good. Knicks trail by 3. Now Hart for the tie. And he's good on the 3 ball. Hart's got 12.
And you see how Brunson's fine-tuned his playmaking ability. That pass on time and on point.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge. In the air and down hard.
Oh, stop.
I could go down was that.
Towns and the dunk by Towns.
rim rocker.
It looked like it drank for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. Brown jams it in.
My goodness. Brown with the massive throwdown.
To the paint. Anunoby finds Hart. Anunoby with it. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game. And so two things happened that drove me into coaching. Number one, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one. So that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way. So if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think
The game
he had a
gonna
great
be
passion
over.
for it, and always used to
Pauses
tell
make
us
school win
that he
then.
never actually felt like he worked
We're
a
gonna
day
make
in
the
his life. He
Texas
loved
win
it so much.
probably.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific score. And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. That's tipped. It's stolen by Brown.
You shoot that.
It's offline from half court.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach.
Well, if that was one of my players, I'd think about sitting him down right away and letting him think about that.
Man, Holiday puts a lot of pressure on the defense. Often it's with his scoring, but right there, making a play for someone else.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you running effective team offense.
Pass to Dadier. Rebounded by Tatum. 6-point game. And stolen by Payne. Here's Dadier. He's covered by Brown. Dadier, shot is off.
When you challenge a player on a layup, that's what you want. Getting a stop without a foul. The defense wins that battle.
And the soft touch for a guy Porzingis' size. He shoots it so well from the mid-range.
Achua, no good.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Here's White. And Dadier pulls it down.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Knicks trail by 8. Here's Payne. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
And unless you have some aerial skills, you cannot pull that off.
A three from Porzingis. Boston again missing. New York's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to health. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
Here's Tatum. It's hauled in by Achua. Achua's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Now here's Payne. By Porzingis. Now McBride. 5 to shoot. And Brown over to help. Here's Dadier. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assists. Robinson's got 3 assists tonight. For Boston, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Brown down low.
Tricky move by Brown inside, making sure he gets the whistle and completes his motion.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Well, look, you have to be able to count on energy and effort every night, and they're showing a lot of it with their transition buckets.
And they've also forced a lot of turnovers, capitalizing and turning those turnovers into points. Way to get after it.
And he makes the first.
A talented scorer and versatile defender. The athletic Brown is a vital piece for this team.
Mikal Bridges checked in for the Knicks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Cameron Payne. And Brown drops them both. Knicks trail by 3. There's a screen by Achua. From deep, Brunson. Rebound, Boston. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Over in the corner, Brown. Pass to Pritchard. Back to Brown. Knicks with the rebound. Robinson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Bridges. From down in the low post, it goes. Bridges has got 8 points.
Nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
There's 38 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Stan, as you know, in past years, Peyton Pritchard had always wanted a starting role. Now, more opportunity, and he has responded.
Yeah, Kevin, he's very competitive and certainly deserving of rotation minutes. He is just now entering his prime.
And that one misses. Cameron Payne's checked in for Jalen Brunson. He hits the second from the line. 35 seconds left in the 3rd. Here's McBride. Pass to Achua for the lead. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And this is postseason play at its finest, refusing to give up shots here in the playoffs.
The Knicks making a switch here. Anunoby's checked in. The Celtics with the lead. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Brown with it. He's got 10.
Hey, right there.
4 on the clock. The 3. No good that time. And we've reached the end of the 3rd quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Celtics lead by 2. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And you are back with us live as we bring you continuing coverage of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Boston shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Tatum looking around. Here's Pritchard. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. New York trailing. And Anunoby, here we go. Here's Boston now. Pass to Pritchard. Tatum against Anunoby. Teardrop shot. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Anunoby's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now Payne. Towns sets the pick for Payne. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him.
And how about the agility of Towns? Cutting with purpose there after setting the screen. Great display of his basketball IQ.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Pritchard. 6 to shoot. Pass to Horford. And here's Tatum for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Tatum's got 22 points.
This is how refined Tatum's motion is. He needs so little setup time.
It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for New York. They trail by 3. Here's McBride. Now, here's Achua. Pass to Payne. And he drives in. Makes it off the glass.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
Tatum passes to Craig. Off target from three-point range.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should have given.
Here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
And how about the game from Towns? The combination of that height and shooting, probably unmatched in the NBA.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team.
All right, fans, it's dance time. Get ready to dance like everyone's watching. To your left feet there. Show us the moves. Check it out.
For the Knicks, Josh Hart, he's checked in for Achua. Bridges comes in for Miles McBride. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Payne. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, able to listen in on what Joe Mazzulla was going over with his team. Now, he emphasized it's anybody's game right now. He told his guys to focus on finishing the task at hand and not to get distracted. He wants them to go out there and play with authority. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Tatum. The kick out to Holiday. Here's White. No good from outside. The Knicks have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Bridges outside. Pass to Towns. Now here's Hart. Towns down low. He's against Porzingis.
And this is why he's a go-to option. Towns enjoys getting the chance to come up big for his team.
Hart against Tatum. Stolen by Anunoby. To the left side wing. Brunson outside. Unloads from 13. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And it's a 5-point Knicks lead. And a closer look here at the hustle stance for New York.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
Yo, anyone in the street?
Anunoby outside. sets the pick for Anunoby. Drains it from beyond the arc. Anunoby's got the lead up to 6 now for the Knicks.
And it's crucial that Anunoby knocks down that jumper, showing how skilled he is from the perimeter.
Bounce pass, Holiday. There's Tatum. Tatum gets it inside.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, you look at the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for that.
Board, ripping up the pool. He passes to Boston. Boston got the ball. Then he shoots and he makes a layup.
Left in the fourth quarter.
77 to 71. The fourth quarter with the minute and 20 seconds remaining. Tatum with the ball. Top 2. Guarded by Josh Hart. Just with the focus on the comments on the outside. Trade and miss a Hard with the rebound. OG got the ball. Passes hard. Hard onto Boston. Boston goes in.
And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Staying strong inside. Brunson going right.
Well, into this game. Over 52 seconds. Boston got out.
First free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. The Celtics have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch.
That's for 2.
It's in. And now they trail by just 4.
That's true. After the first game, so actually, when the last time we were Knicks, he got traded to the Blazers.
Out to Bridges. And the Knicks miss again. And the Celtics with possession here. Bridges with the steal. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, he can have those touchdowns of the ACL.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he ends up making the second, and that puts them up by 5. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 5. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
Looking for a quick shot, trying to extend the game.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
Outside Holiday, it drops, and he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
2-possession game now. I mean, those were really important foul shots.
Timeout called the Celtics. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
But it's NBA, anything will happen.
It's the first, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Job well done at the line on that possession. They'll make things a little easier on themselves if they can convert those.
Frames it from downtown.
He's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
No doubt, that just about seals it.
Porzingis passes to White. Lets it go with the three. And the miss. And so the New York Knicks.
Guys, stay safe. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Chance of a comeback
Yeah,
with that